Okay, so my camera's battery died, so I have to do this old school. So WWE TLC happened, of course, last pay-per-view of the year, and this one had more matches. Quite a few of them were not actually advertised. There's a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 matches. So we'll get right started. Ryder versus Ziggler. Ryder is your new U.S. champion. Decent match, kind of a foregone conclusion that Ryder was going to win, since you can tell Ziggler is definitely on his way for bigger and better things next year. The tag belts were also defended. So Air Boom took on Epico and Yuriko, or Huniko, whatever they're calling Evil Sin Cara. And of course they retained. The tag team division, followed up right away by the Divas belt being defended with Beth Phoenix and Kelly. So I guess after the opening contest and the feel-good moment, Ace decided to throw the 2 bathroom matches in back-to-back. Sorry, my mistake. Orton had them next, and then you had another bathroom match. So Orton took on Barrett, and Orton, of course, ended up winning this match because Barrett decided to go off the ropes to try to put Orton through a table, knowing that Wasteland could have put him through a table just as effectively. So, of course, Barrett, jumping off the ropes, gets caught for a mid-air RKO. Similar to what he did to Christian in their last man standing match, when he put Christian over the steel steps. And then you had your other bathroom match, Divas match. Sorry, I got my little list right on here on my magical dry erase board. And then we went from that right into the hanging sledgehammer ladder match. Actually, very brutal match for the PG era. With Triple H just nailing Nash repeatedly with the sledgehammer to the body, to the knees, hitting the pedigree, and then pretty much cracking him in the skull with the sledgehammer for the 1, 2, 3. Nice, vicious. Maybe Nash will be out for a while. Maybe his contract was only good for 1 year, therefore Royal Rumble up to now. All in all, not bad. Then Sheamus took on Swagger. Of course, Sheamus being victorious. Decent match, kind of like what they've done in the past on Raw and stuff like that. So, decent, nothing tremendous, nothing horrible, but overall, a pretty solid match. Okay, now we go into the first of our 2 title matches. So, Big Show took on Mark Henry in a fairly brutal chair match, with Show winning. Right after that was done, Mark Henry then assaulted Show, beat him with the chair, and then essentially gave him a DDT out of some chairs. Which then led to Daniel Bryan coming down, and Daniel Bryan cashing in his Money in the Bank. Then hooking the leg on the Big Show. So we end this year with Ryder being the U.S. champion and Daniel Bryan being the World Heavyweight champion. That is just ridiculous. That's just absolutely ridiculous that he is going to be the champion going into the new year. I mean, if you look at how he's gone from NXT to now, that was a fantastic build-up. He's gone on to become a heavyweight champion. Faster than Wade Barrett, who won NXT and had a title opportunity that he had lost when he formed the Nexus. So now we were down to the triple threat ladder match. Del Rio, Miz, and Punk. I'll be honest. Punk and Del Rio, decent chemistry. Punk and Miz, pretty good chemistry. Del Rio and Miz, okay chemistry. Put these guys in a TLC match, where you've got ample opportunity to put one person down and then just concentrate on the other 2. Pretty solid match. And of course, Punk retains. So for all you Ring of Honor fans out there, your 2 biggest titles are held by CM Punk and Daniel Bryan. All in all, for a 9-match pay-per-view. Obviously, if you had to do pay-per-views in order of how good they were in the course of the year, you would have to go Money in the Bank. And this one, pretty solid. Yeah, I could probably see Survivor Series maybe a little bit higher just because of You know, the way the Rock and Cena match, how the crowd at MSG gave it. But man, this one was probably actually easily in the top 2, if not 3 pay-per-views out of this year. Not saying much. A lot of pay-per-views this year were kind of mediocre at best, with the exception of like Money in the Bank. WrestleMania was kind of this year. I felt like it really needed a bigger match than what it had. It just had The Rock. Royal Rumble had some really interesting. The 2 people that kind of additionally showed up in it. Oh, wait a minute, I forgot. There was a 10th match on this card. That's right, Booker T also had a match at the Royal Rumble. Initially, Booker T and Cody Rhodes attacked him from behind. Then the next time they went for the match, Rhodes attacked him from behind. And the third time, a fairly well beaten up Booker T, of course, lost to Cody Rhodes. So the 2 guys who had these huge, fantastic pops, the Royal Rumble, ended up losing both their matches. So ironically, you have 10 matches here. You had every single belt defended, and then you also had 1, 2. You also had throwing in 1, 2, 3 additional matches. That helps me have some sort of record for amount of matches at a pay-per-view. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9. Yeah, 9 matches. That is huge for an e-pay-per-view. If only they could do that, I don't know, like a 3-hour Raw.